Wagwan, my people. Welcome back to the channel Bevanda Masuta. I go by the name The Great Shepherd.
And I am the cocktail sensei.
Karibuni sana. Today we are talking about what?
We are talking about rum. And we are back with another episode about rum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Kababa, unaweza tuambia, maybe you can give us a definition of rum. What's rum?
Definition of rum. Tuonje rum before tuanze kuidefine ama what to do.
Hey, tupatia psych. Salud. Now that's rum.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So talking about rum, rum we say is a distillate of fermented sugarcane juice or any other sugarcane byproduct. Now that we've talked about the definition of rum, can you give us a brief history of rum?
Brief history of rum?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, rum, as we've been told, it is a distillate of sugarcane, and the name comes from it's a short word. It's a short form of rambouillion.
Rambouillion.
Yes.
Okay.
So rambouillion is the substance which is produced once you get to boil the sugarcane.
Okay.
As in, you've taken the sugarcane. Once all those you've squeezed down the juice.
Okay.
When you boil those stalks, what you get, that's the rambouillion.
Okay.
Yes. So those people had a problem mentioning it. So
like with the pronunciation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So from there, I'll tell you why they got to call it rum. But it came from the word rambouillion. Okay. It is that rambouillion once you get to boil it.
Right.
So that's what you get from rum, sindio?
Okay.
But people definitely get to think about the rum that imetoka from the Caribbean.
Okay.
But Caribbean was the last place that plant, now the sugarcane, had to spread to. So it originated from the New Guinea, dating back from 6,000 BC, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. And
New Guinea.
Yeah. New Guinea.
Guinea is in Africa, right?
Yeah, it is enough. I think it is New Guinea. Yes, it is on the western
side of Africa.
Yes.
Right?
Then from there, it went to the Southeast Asia, India. Okay. That is in 1000 BC. So from India, it went to China. Then it found its way to the Middle East in the Northern Africa.
Okay.
All right. Then it was introduced to Spain by the Moors, because those were the one that conquered Spain during that time.
Okay.
So then that sugarcane, the Moors, they got to take the sugarcane to Spain.
All right.
Because they came from the Middle East.
The Asian side, right?
Yeah, ilitoka Asia, ikaenda Middle East.
Okay.
Then from Middle East, the Moors took it to Spain. All right. Then before itoke Middle East, the Moors walitoka Egypt. Walitoka Egypt, wakaenda Middle East, so that they can access the sea, so that they can sail back to Spain. Kwa venye wanaona the world map in their head.
Okay.
Yeah. So they came from Egypt. And then when they got to Spain, because they were colonizing the Spanish
side. Okay.
Yeah, so wakaenda introduce the sugarcane there. Then from there, the sugarcane spread from Spain to all over the world. So after Christopher Columbus, for those who know Christopher Columbus, who ninawaonyesha hapa, it was named to the Dominican Republic. Then from there, it was taken in the neighboring island. And that's when it landed in Caribbean.
Okay.
So Caribbean, before tuongele stories za rum na story msemiati about the Caribbean was the last place sugarcane kuproduce, as in kuintroduce huko. Yeah. But now, for those who know the Caribbean, it's a good tropic. It's got a very good tropic. The ocean na nini ilikuwa inafanya the sugarcane to thrive very well. Yes. So then from there, they started cultivating it in the 1600s. But this is where the problem came in.
Okay.
Venye walitafuta hizo venye walitafuta wase wa kucultivate hizo farms, they never got them. So they had big farms with sugarcane, but they didn't have people to cultivate them. So that's what they did. It got so ugly, and they started to use slaves, but waka realize they do not have enough slaves So this is what they did. They started taking the molasses.
Okay.
Your molasses ikaanza kupakiwa in ships. It was taken to New England in America.
Okay.
That's when they started to produce the rum.
Okay.
They used to take the rum in Africa. They exchanged the molasses, the rum, for slaves and money.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So mnyweso ilikuwa inapeana alafu ndo wanapewa slaves.
Wanapewa slaves. So the slaves used to come back to the Caribbean to work in the sugarcane
plantations.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what happened. So after some time, the grains, we've talked about the previous spirits that they're made from grain.
Okay.
Akina gin,
okay.
Akina vodka.
Okay.
So when they went to Europe, grains ilianza kupungua Europe. So that's when they introduced the rum there. Because the rich people, they used to take the fortified wine, they used to take the gins, they used to take the brandies, they used to take the eau de vie. But sasa zilikuwa zinatoka Europe. So vile
kulikuwa na shortage
ya grains.
Okay.
So they had now to introduce rum in Europe.
Okay.
So they took the molasses to Europe from New England in America.
Okay.
Then they started making what?
The
rum in Europe sasa. So and that is the way that it reached a point where now England has started making rum, America is making rum. Rum has been introduced in Africa through slaves, and it is in the Caribbean. So nani imetouch most of the parts
part of the world.
Parts of the world. Yes,
yeah.
And that's how rum definitely got to do what?
To evolve, like the evolution of rum.
Yes.
Okay.
Hivyo sasa ndo wasee ukapata wameanza kujua rum and yeah. And today we are having an old monk rum. This is a dark rum, right?
Yeah, Indian, right?
Indian, yeah. It is Indian.
Yeah,
it's a revealed, very old fated.
Yeah.
Getting to talk about the dark rum. Can you tell us how this thing is made, man?
The production of this rum.
Yeah.
Let me have a taste of it. Inifungua akili.
Yeah.
As I get to. Oi.
Yeah, sure. It's okay.
Okay, it's okay.
Salud. Anywho.
So, when we're talking about the production process of rum, that's why we get to start with the first process, that is harvesting the rum. That's why you go to the sugarcane plantation, you harvest the sugarcane, and you have to transport it to the maybe the mills around, all the factories, the mills where they get to extract the juice. So the second procedure is extracting the juice from the sugarcane, right? Then after extracting the juice, that's where you get to ferment it.
Yeah.
That is adding yeast, the likes of water, and any other thing you'd like to add into your rum.
Yeah.
That is the fermentation process.
Yeah.
Then after fermenting for a short period of time, that's where you get to distill it.
Yeah.
Now, after distilling this rum, you get to the next stage. That is aging. Now that's where you decide if you'd like to have a dark rum. You decide with the period that you'd like
to age it.
To either be a dark one, to be a gold one, or to be maybe if you add to add, you'd like to add some flavors, things like that.
Okay.
That's the aging process. And then after aging, you get to bottle it.
Okay.
Then your rum is ready for sale.
It's good for sales.
Good for sale. Now that's why we get to different types of rum. Can you give us the first type of rum we have in the 4-5 types of rum we have here?
Okay, if we get to talk about the types of rum, we have the white rum.
Okay.
Ile ni clear. Tuko na the dark rum.
Okay.
Tuko na the gold rum.
Okay.
We have the overproof.
Okay.
And we have the flavored rums.
Okay, once you're talking about the likes of the light rum, the dark rum, and the gold rum, and the overproof rums, the flavored ones, can you give us a definition of the light rum and get to give us an example of a popular light rum in Kenya or in any other market that do sell rum?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, white rum ile mnajuaga sana. You can talk of Bacardi.
Tata what? Here's a name. Yeah. Casablanca. Yeah, the clear one.
It's called Casablanca.
Yeah, Casablanca.
Ah.
The blank, I think it's just a meaning for the
white.
Blank thing. Just a blank. Yeah. Just a white.
Tukiongelea story, kama mnakumbuka tukiongelea story za tequila, we said blanco means white.
White, yeah.
Yes, so it's Casablanca.
Casablanca, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, let me give you the second type of rum, and that is the flavored ones.
Wait. You've talked about the white.
The light one, yeah.
But they don't know why wine is white. The other one is dark. The other one is gold.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll also highlight for them.
Okay.
So for the white one, the reason why it's white, today we're still talking about base spirits.
Okay.
And we said if you distill anything, maybe from whatever extract that you have and it has been fermented, the distillate is always clear in color. Yeah. So in this one, once you definitely get to go through the process and then ushapata hiyo kitu vizuri sana, that clear rum, it is just stored in steel barrels.
Steel barrels.
Yes.
Okay.
So once it's stored like that, when it's going to be bottled, ita bottle liquor, but we go clear. So that's where you get the Casablanca.
The Casablanca, the clear rum.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the next type of rum. That is the flavored rum. Now this is where you get rum which has been infused with a different flavor after distillation.
Yeah.
Now you get to get rum which is clear, and you decide to infuse it with a flavor like vanilla, a coconut flavor, any flavor of your choice.
Yeah.
Now that's why you get to get a product like the Malibu,
yeah,
which is a coconut flavored rum. Yeah. That's the second type of rum.
I'll tell you the
flavored.
third.
Yeah.
We have the gold rum.
Okay.
And before we talk about the gold rum, we have two. We have spice gold rum.
Okay.
In the likes of Akina Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
Tulisema it comes to a point you need to decide between
wewe
na Morgan nani
captain.
Yeah. But there are those are two types. We have the spiced and the gold. Those are two types, but sometimes you get they'll spice up the gold. So utapata it's gold in color and it is spiced already. Yeah. So let me give them a brief history about the pirate they see on Captain Morgan.
Okay.
Because you look onto the bottle, it has the pirate. Anybody? Yes.
The bottle.
Yeah, ndio hii hapa. So back in the day, the pirates, since the main means of transport ilikuwa gani by sea, so pirates used to hijack very many ships. Na tulikuwa tumesema they used to take rum to Africa
through the sea, right?
Through the sea, so that they can get slaves back.
Yeah, in exchange. So it's kind of a barter trade.
Yes.
Okay.
So when they attacked most of the ships, the thing they found mostly ilikuwa nini?
The molasses and the rum.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So they used to enjoy it very much.
Okay.
Na ilikuwa imefika point that when they we call them the voyagers. The voyagers wakiendelea kufanya mambo yao nini, when we get to see them leave the port, when they are going out there, they used to carry water in barrels.
Okay.
But ilikuwa inaka stagnant sana, it used to go bad.
Okay.
So it was never drinkable.
Okay.
So they used to add rum to make it suitable for what?
For drinking.
Okay. Again, ilikuwa imefika point they were really suffering from scurvy and gum disease. It is a disease which is associated with lack of vitamin C. Okay. So they realized that that lime juice has got vitamin C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they started introducing lime juice into the what? Into the rum.
Okay.
And then they realized it's getting way better.
Way much better.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the correlation between rum and pirates.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll give them the second one.
So that's the reason yani iko nako ka pilot blowing kwa bottle yake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or else if you have another version, if you have another theory, unaweza tuambia hapo kwa comments. You can DM us. I go by the name The Great Shepherd pale kwa IG. Yeah.
Okay, and I am the Cocktail Sensei. Unanipata kwa every social media platform.
Okay. So we'll talk about the gold.
Yeah.
The gold rum is slightly light-bodied compared to
this dark rum.
This dark rum. We'll get back to dark rum. Kababu tutaambia stories za dark rum in a few.
Yeah.
So the gold, it is aged for 3 years.
Yeah.
To a maximum of 1 to 3 years.
Okay.
In the oak barrels. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's when since it ikiwa clear.
Okay.
Inaenda like to give the what?
The color from the barrel. That's why it gets the color.
Yes. It is light-bodied compared to
the dark one.
The dark one. Na tunaweza kupea example ni Captain Morgan. That's the most popular, most people know about the rum. Yes, it's a golden rum.
Do you have the Bacardi which is golden color?
I think it's dark.
Only
I've seen only dark Bacardi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk about the fourth type of rum.
Yes.
Now that's where we get to talk about the spiced rum.
The spiced rum. No, it's not the fourth, it's the third.
We've talked about the light. We've talked about the flavored. And we've talked about the gold rum from you. Now we're going to talk about the fourth one, which is the spiced rum.
Okay.
So when you're talking about the spiced rum, just gold rum, which has been infused with the spices.
With the spices.
The spices can be cinnamon, ginger,
cloves,
any spice of your choice.
Yeah.
Now that's why you get to get the spiced rum.
You can call it botanical.
Yes, but let's say they are botanicals in rum. So let's say they are just spices in rum. Tumesema the examples ni the cinnamon, the ginger, and any other spice of your choice. And then you get to give you an example of a spice rum when ni popular tu sana.
Captain Morgan pia.
Captain ni kama aliamua apange na kila kitu. Now give us the fifth type of rum.
It is the fifth type of rum. It is the overproof.
Yeah.
Leo nilikuwa nasikiza overproof reading.
Okay.
Overproof reading mtawacheza kidogo mtasikia. Wenye wanaweza kumbuka if you used to love readings back in high school. Anyways.
Hizo ndo zilikuwa zinatesa hizo time.
Mlikuwa mnazungushiwa nazo.
Baa sana.
Na sio kamba.
So it was then. Kama ulikuwa tu wewe si ule mse wa Red Cross. Wewe si ule mse wa zile zilikuwa zinaitwa jizi club za kikanisa sijui. Sijui ndio unaenda functions za kanisa sijui ICS. Which tulikuwa tu bado but
lazima ungeenda.
Napenda club za maana kama kina
bora ni utoke shule.
So unaona hapa kuna function ya kutoka nje.
Bora tu ni funky.
Bora ni function. Na kuna disappointment ilikuwa kali kama majina zinasoma ushaingia unaambiwa toka urudi kwa class urudi.
Ama una tai.
Ama sijui umevaa trouser inakaa aje.
Lakini kwenye mko na mngaro.
Tulikuwa na mngaro yes. But sasa kuna vile yeye mngaro okay unajua ukiwa high school ungependa kuvaa trouser baggy. Unajua like
skinny.
Tuko naziita balloon yote. Unavaa balloon bwana inakaa hiyo ukiachilia huko juu. Unahitaji hata parachute.
Sisi tulikuwa na hizo ya Colombo.
So that's why you got to like unapata unaenda kwenda function hivi. Watu wanasoma. Sijui deputy anakuona umefunga belt imeanguka huko. Anakuambia rudi. Go back to class. Au ulipata nini math last time?
Mwambie 02.
Unapata 2 na unataka kuenda function. Rudi usome. So like zilikuwa two disappointments but at the end of the day tuko hapa nje tunapambana the same. So vile inafaa.
So we are talking about the overproof rum. So overproof rum is rum acha tuseme ni a fortified rum. Yeah, like it has a very high alcoholic percentage.
Yeah.
Because once the production is over, there's a certain percentage inafaa kushuka.
Has to be between 40 to 45 ama 50 hapo ifai kupita 50 kienda juu. That is that's one onanga most of alcohol in Kenyan market. The highest I think ni 47% which is
akina Tankari
47.3%. So ukipata in Kenyan market si rahisi upate alcohol imepita 50% ABV alcohol by volume hizi pita hapo
hata majuu.
That is the
yose walikata overproof rum ziende huko.
So So now that we've got to get to know the overproof rum, tukasema it has the high alcoholic percentage.
Yeah.
So it's over 57, ikienda huko to 75, hizo maABV za juu. Now we get to talk about the final type of rum, which is the dark rum. The dark rum. Let's say dark rum ni rum yenye after distillation you get to age it hadi ina get the entire color, the dark color from the oak barrels.
Yeah, the oak barrels, I think they are extra charred.
Yeah. The charring of the barrels, what do we mean by charring the barrels?
Charring of the barrel, kama kunaweza kumbuka chemistry ya form 1, kuna ile karatasi tulikuwa tuna study about flames. So ulikuwa unachoma the bottom part, and then you find that when you're distinguishing between a luminous flame and a non-luminous flame, luminous flames zilikuwa zinaacha a black nini, which we used to call soot.
Soot. Yeah.
So what we call that, once the soot it has been, we say that paper has been charred. So that's what they used to do.
So it's like
the barrels.
smoking the barrels.
Yes, it's like smoking the barrels. Okay. So you find that the dark rum, it has a heavier body. We'll talk about bodies when you're talking about wines. You stay tuned. It has a heavier body, and it's more smoky. Smoky.
So now that we've talked about the dark rum, and we have to find about the dark rum. I get to give you an example of a dark rum, which is the Captain Morgan. The dark one.
Yeah.
Bacardi dark. The Catanegro and
Old Monk.
The Old Monk from India. There are very many types of rum, of which the ones we've mentioned are the popular ones in Kenyan market.
Yeah, in Kenyan market,
of Bacardi, the likes of Captain Morgan, the likes of Kina Havana Club, the golden ones.
Yeah. Okay. So getting to cover up on the types of rum, what do you want us to dig in next?
Now that we've talked about the types of rum and we have talked about the production process, now we get to talk about different ways of serving the rum.
Yeah. I'll give them the first one.
Is this neat or laser shooter? Iko neat ama unaserve kama shooter? This is serving it as a shooter.
Yeah. But it's neat as well.
It's neat as well.
It's neat.
Because no rocks, no nothing. So it's neat.
Well,
ina slap.
Naitwa dark rum.
Yeah.
So, that's one way of serving dark rum.
Dark rum.
Yes.
Any other rum.
Well, but I realized huwezi serve white rum na rocks.
Why? Sasa naweza kuja kwambia nataka dark rum, white rum yangu na some rocks.
So it's possible.
Unaweza mpea. Sometimes tunasamanga tu the guest ama customer
is
always right. So msee akikuja aseme yeye anataka drink yake ikiwa na maybe let's say for example the weather is too hot, like unataka tu kunywa kitu iko chilled na bado unataka kusikia fiti. Unaona? Tabidi tu ime slap na twice cubes. Sema urushiwe tu rocks tuwili tutatu hapo. Iko tu sawa. It's very much okay. Okay, like right now huwezi sema okay, I know right now tunaweza kuja tuseme I'm a professional bartender, you are a professional bartender, and then huwezi stick to that professionalism to an extent. I guess amekuja amefanya a request na alafu unaanza kumwambia ati haiendangi hivi. Watu wametembea huku nje, si ndio? Msee amepiga maraundi huko amejua like but okay, these things about bartending, it's all about creativity
and art.
Now you get to invent your own things. You get to come up with different ways of serving different drinks. So msee akikuja tu akwambie mimi sasa nikitoka hapa niende isema nataka cider room temperature, mwezi niambia mtu anipea, si mimi ndio nataka, si ni yangu, si mimi ndio nalipa. So at the end of the day it's all about Kenyan mgeni ama guest ameorder.
Okay. So that's one way of serving rum.
As a shooter and neat.
You can also do it in a glass. It's a shot glass.
It's a whiskey glass. Glass.
Yes. So the other way that you can serve them, you can serve them in their favorite part.
Yeah.
Cocktails.
It's a cocktail.
Yeah.
Okay, now before we dig into serving the rum as a cocktail, we can get to serve it as a long drink.
Yes.
That's where you get a chaser of your choice.
Yes.
A chaser can, especially for rum, unaweza chase na coke.
That's what you're doing right here.
Yeah. Sisi we are doing it the standard way, the internationally recognized way.
Yes.
Yeah. With the coke, you can serve it with the pineapple juice.
Yes.
That's also a chaser. Your long drink, orange juice. You can also use coconut water to serve this rum.
Ile mnaitanga 2E.
Yeah.
Wale umetoka we dogo vipi wewe?
Dogo vipi wewe? Wewe una nini? Wanasema nini kama wa shida ya akili? Wanasema nini? Kama wa shida ya akili wanasema nini?
Koroten
wewe kichwa yako nini?
Kichwa yako maji.
Na si maji ni hiyo maji ya bahari. Hiyo maji nyingine. So that's a way of serving rum as a long drink that is with a chaser, where you get to choose a chaser of your choice. It can either be Coke, ginger beer.
Yes, ginger beer is also a very good chaser.
It's also a very good chaser.
Tuliongelea story za ginger beer tuki-mention
talking about certain cocktail. What was it? Ilikuwa Singapore Sling ama
Singapore Sling.
Moscow Mule. Yeah.
It is a gin-based cocktail.
It's a vodka-based cocktail with a ginger beer as a top-up.
Ginger beer.
Yeah. So, you said coconut water.
Yeah.
You've said ginger beer.
Yeah.
Coke. Pineapple juice.
Yes.
Yeah. And now we get to the final part where you get to serve this rum as a cocktail.
Yes.
Now this is where I get to dig deep into
the cocktails. The rum
cocktails. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lead us the way, Sensei.
You wanna get to know the cocktail number 1, which is rum-based.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about the pina colada.
Pina colada.
Hii pina colada unachukuanga rum. You get either pineapple juice ama pineapple chunks.
Yes.
Pineapple chunks, just pineapple slices.
Yeah.
And you get to either shake them
or
muddle them. Or get to blend them together. Now that's where you get to get the
pina colada. So blend pineapple na rum bado itasikika.
For real, you inasikika. Ina depend with the kind of rum unatumia. So most people they get to use your pineapple, you get to use the rum, and you get to use what do you call it, the coconut cream.
The coconut cream
to get every flavor of it. So unachukua unazirusha kwa blender, azifanyia mambo zake. That's one way of serving this thing, pina colada. Now ama unaweza ishake the juice, the coconut cream, and the rum.
Yeah.
You get to get the same thing,
and you're good to
but
go.
I prefer my pina colada
blended, right?
In a slab
bro.
Sasa ukienda kuiblend alafu rushe tu cubes kadhaa, tukaika maziwa alafu unashangaa hii ni cocktail gani imeoga hii design like tu iko tu. Hebu onyesha tu kwa glass vile inakaa tu hapo hivyo kwa
inakaa hivi.
Yeah.
So this is the pina colada
kitu yani I think tutawekea tu anini uonyeshe vile inakaanga.
Exactly.
Now you get to tell us the second rum-based cocktail.
Yes.
Before you get to tell us the second rum-based cocktail, I get to talk about the pina colada. Pina colada ili originate somewhere inaitwa Puerto Rico. Walikuwa wanasema this Puerto Rico, in Spanish it was a name inaitwa La Isla del Encanto. La Isla
del Encanto.
Utaonyesha hapo, it's a Spanish name for the Puerto Rico island. It was the island of enchantment. Enchantment. Now that's where you get to know about the origin of the pina colada.
They should even watch Encanto. Watch Encanto. Tutakuonyesha. It's a very good animation actually.
Yeah.
So before we talk about that, we'll get to the second one.
The second rum-based cocktail.
Yes. So we're talking about mojito.
Okay.
Right? Mojito, most of the people they get to originate it kutoka hizo sides za Caribbean pia.
Caribbean.
right?
But origin yake ni gani?
Sini Cuba.
Cuba, Havana, right?
Havana,
Cuba.
Yes.
Ni Cuba ama ni Cuba?
It's Cuba.
Ina depend unataka wapi.
Cuba is English.
Kama ni kwa Western.
Western gani? We.
Sio Western ya wale watu wa suti wale wamekafunga vizuri. Unajua? Or this. Yeah. You get to call it Cuba, right?
Yeah.
Lakini sasa kama ni mtu wa Mrema, kama ni mtu wa Mrema unaita Cuba na ushtuki kwa sababu sio ndo kizungu.
It's English.
Yeah, it's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Mojito.
Okay.
Any can do.
Yeah, mojito. Actually, this you get your 2 ounces of your rum. Most people definitely get to use white rum. But unaweza do na pia na dark kama unataka.
Yeah, it depends with the rum of your choice. Okay, one thing to do with the white rum, especially the Bacardi Casablanca. Unaweza kuja kuiwekea mgeni hivi. Kuuliza hii mojito yangu hujaweka pombe mse. So, once you get to use a gold rum or a dark one,
inasikikanga.
Inakujanga like unasikia everything, like every detail of a mojito.
Yeah.
To do with maybe the spices,
Yeah.
kama ni spiced mojito. Kama ni spiced rum, you get to get every detail of that. But the Casablanca, by the way, I wouldn't recommend. It's the one inatumika, but most of the times, this is kama we ni bartender na ushitumia Casablanca Bacardi kwa mojito, especially kwa kuna wale wase they know mojito and they know it sometimes inaweza kuwa like umeka the 2 ounces, that is the 60 ml, and it doesn't get to have that
taste of the alcohol,
the alcoholic taste na everything.
Yeah.
Kama we ni msemo mwenye unajua hivyo, unaweza kubali the light rum mojito. Yeah. But when you get to meet these people wamezoea county, wale watu wamezoea vitu watu wa county, wale wase wamekuwa wakikunywa vitu mzito umtengenezee mojito na Casablanca.
Let's kick your virgin.
Atakuuliza pombe yangu iko yo atakuuliza tufanyie ile kitu na wewe unanifanyia ile kitu pande hii na weka hiyo pombe, weka pombe yangu. Nataka kuona ukitengeneza.
It's the most used rum is the white rum.
Most of the times Kenya tumeshazoea kufanyiwa hiki kitu. Tunaona ni kama tunaibiwa all the time. So we get to jitetea, like una get to like anytime
we can relate.
You can relate. So tunajuanga everyone is therefore is themselves, like themselves, like in a way that lazima tu like ukae ngumu. Juu usipokaa ngumu pia
itakuramba.
Utacheza utakaa KC.
So the mojito, still talking about the mojito. So get you 2 ounces of the white rum or the dark rum, whichever you choose, and then unaweza ziweka ndani ya most of we cannot call it the long glass.
The highball.
Is the highball
Collins?
Is the Collins
glass, the highball.
Mbona sisi tunatumianga ile kona hips.
Sometimes in a depending, because at the end of the day, when it comes to making cocktails, it's all about creativity and how you present your cocktail. Because if I see a certain glass, itakaa fiti na a certain cocktail.
Unaeka tu.
Manze nitaeka tu. It doesn't matter whether the drink is a classic cocktail, is a contemporary, or it's a signature cocktail. I'll get to use a glass of my choice. Of which at the end of the day, as long as the kitu yenye iko hapo ndani iko sawa
na inakaa fiti pia,
manze unaweza mwekea hadi kwa ndoo kunywe huko ako tu sawa, as long as like una feel to whatever you've done, umeweka your effort and you've added all the creativity you need to add in your cocktails.
Iko tu sawa.
At the end of the day, mixology ni art. That's where you get to showcase your skills. And at the end of the day, tuko kwa competition huku nje, like we are trying to compete,
see who's the best.
Na the moment you're unique with your services and whatever it is that you're offering, then you get to be the best.
Awesome. So take your Collins glass ama your favorite glass, bora tu ni a long glass, then you get to you put some
Rum.
Yeah, you put some rum, get
Mint
some
leaves.
mint leaves, muddle them together. You can build up with
Sometimes mint is better spunked. Unapiga ile kitu like inasikia mzuri. Unaona sasa kama kuna kitu bartender na fryanga. The moment bartender ameona mint iko fresh. Unajaribingi kurelate. Sasa ukiona the mint iko very very fresh like imesimama haiko shy. Unajua kuna mint zingine zimeboeka kama zile vitu zingine huko.
Like friendly na kitu
hivi. Zinacheza like hata ukiziweka kwa fridge.
Hapo zipigie kelele.
Hata ukipiga kelele hazifufuki. Now that's where you get to like the moment umepata moito kali like unasianga to the hajj na kuzispank. Hata si kuzislap, unazislap na zija kukosea wae. Piga kitu. So you get to spank your mint instead of kuimadol. Kuimadol manzi unaitesa bure. Unajua ni soft.
We won't muddle them.
We just spank them. Yeah. Ada. Yeah. You get to spank them.
Yeah.
Zirushe kwa your glass.
And then
as long as zimetoa hiyo ka flavor ya mint.
Tosha.
That's very much.
Or else we can give them another recipe of making a mint syrup. Let me give them a quick recipe of making a mint syrup.
The mint syrup, yeah. Kinda, by the way, you naletanga the entire flavor
of
mint,
the mint.
Not the feeling you get to, instead of using, okay, so it tuna evolve, we get to get creativity, we get to get creative, and we get to get better when it comes to service and production of cocktails.
Yeah.
Now that's where you get to come up with the mint syrup. Hatutatumia the ones zenye tunafu kununua because at the end of the day we're trying to cut the cost the place we are working at. We get to make things easier for even our employer. I feel like these bartenders are doing something great. They're getting to make things easy for me when it comes to me purchasing
all these ingredients
because at the end of the day utakuja uchukue mint ukichukua fresh as long as hujaiweka vizuri of which kuiweka hiyo vizuri
is kwa fridge nini
you've got to think of a ways and you can store for that 1 week bila kuharibika. So that's where you get to make things easy by making the mint syrup. So talk about it.
Take your mints kidogo tu ile yenye unaweka kwa fridge ibaki ni ya garnish
alafu kurusha kwa glasses zionekane uko na
mint
alafu zispank usikie fiti urelate kama
umekawia wengine hawezi relate
ile kitu na wararukia si ndio.
Let me give them the mint syrup recipe.
Right.
Pick your mints, then utengeneze 1-to-1 of the sugar syrup.
The sugar to water.
Yes. So koko na kilo moja ya sugar, weka lita moja ya maji. Sawa. Then pick all your mints hadi na stems na kila kitu, weka ndani, boil them together. Once it cools, sieve them. Now squeeze kabisa. That's a very good mint syrup. So that's a hack we've given you. So pick your mints, weka kwa glass, spunk them, weka kwa glass, weka your 2 ounces of rum, then put some ice cubes, put 1 ounce or 3/4 ounce of the
mint syrup.
Mint syrup. And then weka your 3/4 ounces of your lime juice, and then weka ice cubes, piga top up ya nini?
Soda
water.
You can decide. Let's say we said once it comes to a scenario of using soda water and it happens hauna soda water kwa stock yako kwa stock yako to use sparkling water.
Sparkling water ni soda water hivi
ziko hivi ni wapoa hivi unakonga like ni kama zilitoka place moja ni twins so that's the mojito and that's the most popular by the way rum-based cocktail.
Okay.
Now we get to talk about the third rum-based cocktail, which is the daiquiri. Wengine wataita daiquiri. It doesn't matter where you're from, because at the end of the day, if you get to understand each other when it comes to ordering these things, when it comes to understanding the cocktails, we're good to go. When talking about daiquiri, it's just a summer cocktail. You just get sweet and sour, rum of your choice.
That's it.
Inaserve
kwa glass gani?
a cocktail glass.
cocktail glass.
Cocktail glass inaweza kuwa the coupe ama the martini glass. But sometimes you get to flavor your daiquiri. Inaweza kuwa strawberry. Unaweza weka any flavor of your choice because at the end of the day this one iko open to adding any other thing because ukienda kuchukua daiquiri weke strawberry haita kucost anything like weke the puree urushe some passion juice in that daiquiri it won't cost you that much so those are one of the most good cocktails for a happy hour. Kienda kuuza happy hour yenye umeweka tu sweet and sour na the base spirit then you just spend a lot on the costing ya whatever it is that you are dispensing so daiquiri unaweza itumia sana as a happy hour cocktail because haita cost that much.
It's cheap.
It's cheap. Not cheap. Call it pocket friendly because when you're talking about cheap there are some people who are not used to cheap things.
Awesome.
Let's move to the fourth rum-based cocktail. You're going to tell us about the Mai Tai.
Mai Tai.
Yeah.
Mai Tai. Mai Tai imetoka hizo
si mai.
Ni Mai Tai.
Mai Tai.
Yeah. It's from the new what? I don't remember the actual name. But our so I get to experience it. They used to like it a lot because by the way, there's something we missed. Dark rum are sweeter than white rums. Okay,
because they get the every detail of the hawk
barrel. They're sweeter than white rum
because like you can feel at the vanilla vanilla in it.
Yes,
the is of mamiti like ni kama utakunywa
it's more sweeter.
Pombe tu ni dawa
because comparing it to county
but
county tutachanga za county. So we're talking about the Mai Tai. The Mai Tai is it's a very good cocktail from the islands and this is where you get to grab your white rum, put it in a glass. Then you do 2 ounces, then do 3/4 ounces of the dry curacao, which is an orange liqueur. Yeah,
okay.
Kama una dry curacao unaweza kutumia Contru. Kama una Contru unaweza tumia triple sec.
Okay.
Then once you do the mixing, put some ground ice for ndani.
That is called crushed ice, right?
Crushed ice.
Okay.
Yes.
See you crush wako. crushed
ice. So okay, add 1 ounce of lime juice. Then after you get it's served in a whiskey glass, and then so that you can have the perfect
Mai Tai.
Top it up with dark rum so that it can bring about the layering. Yes. Ndio mnaona hapa.
We're going to try one of these Mai Tais,
right?
So by the way, kama wewe ni a cocktail fan na umetembea kwa hizi restaurants, tell us about the best restaurant you know for the perfect Mai Tais. But we do know that as mixologists, both of us, we do know that we're the best when it comes to making these cocktails. So if you've got an event out there, unataka mixologist mwenye atakutengenezea ata make your event to be very much memorable, like mse ataishi kuikumbuka tu. Tuko hapa. Contacts ndizo hapo chini 07970707. Ziangalia hapo chini. Unaziona? Piga simu. Tukupange vizuri sana. Rates ziko vile zenye tunaelewana kama hustlers. Tuna understand each other to get to do this business together.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next cocktail ni gani sensei?
We're going to talk about the fifth, the sixth, the fifth cocktail, which is the dark and stormy.
Yeah.
When you we're going to talk about the dark and stormy. It's just a very, very, very simple cocktail. You get to get your eyeball. The Collins glass. You get to add some ice cubes in it, some rocks. That's it. You add your dark rum and some ginger beer.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's
good.
it.
You good.
You good too.
Yeah, you good to go. You garnish it with either lime slice, lime wedge. Good to go with your dark and stormy. But if you got a better way of doing this dark and stormy, you got to tell us hapo kwa comment section. You get to get us to know how to do these things better. Yeah, in a professional way.
Yeah.
Tell us about the sixth one.
Sixth cocktail that we are having, it's called the rum punch.
Rum punch.
Rum punch.
Yeah, okay.
It's rum punch.
Punch. Si punch ya sotano, si
Ni punch ya sotano.
Punch ya sotano, si punch ya si ile hata Tyson na nani.
Hapana, wachala hiyo ya pole.
Si hata Tyson na Jack Paul.
Baadhi tulicheza hapa. Walitucheza baadhi walitucheza
baa sana, lakini at the end of the day
it's okay.
Hatuna hiyo power.
Chonjo hivyo chonjo
hii mnajua Kenya mnafanya
so
it's just business. Nothing personal, it's just business.
Anyways, talking about the rum punch, and let me give them the actual thing. It's a Sanskrit word. Sanskrit ni hizo maenzi za New Indian na huko.
Alright.
It's a language. So punch means 5.
What? 5.
Yes.
Punch.
In Sanskrit.
So
mnena huko
punch.
No. Punch ati nakwambia check in yokole punch.
Naweza kukolea Mr. E.
Ujui hiyo.
Me with the situation yenye tuko as Kenyans,
tunaelewa wewe nikase.
No. See punch. You know what? Manzi, the situation right now. Aibambi.
Show me a punch with your hand. Yeah, how many are those?
5. Unless wewe ni horror.
Haya, so Guess close.
Unless wewe ni Shrek.
Guess close. It's a slang, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's meant 5 because it has 5 ingredients. So it has 1 sour, 2 waters, and 2 alcohols. All right. So that's when you get the rum, white rum, dark rum. Those are the 2 alcohol, 1 sour, which is the lime juice, and 2 sweeteners. Sawa. So take your pineapple juice, weka ndani ile unataka. Hii ina hata specification. Naweza kutengenezea hapa. Naweza kutengenezea rum punch hapa. Naweza kutengenezea rum punch ijae hapa. Naweza kutengenezea rum punch ijae kwa hiki kombe.
Naweza kuwekea kwa ndoo pia.
Hata
kwa bathtub tuunde na tukapo tuna swim tu kwa rum punch.
Exactly, yeah. So what it takes is that
you get to invite your mpoa. Ambia today we got to swim in a rum punch.
Kwa hivi tu.
Mnazisniff tu, mnazinyonya tu.
So the reason why it's called that, ikona the 5 ingredients, and you get to perfect them to actual taste. Like mshiona juice. Mshiona juice imeandikwa dilute to taste. Yes, the reason why they write that is because hawananga the actual amount that you're supposed to dilute it with. So wanaandikaga dilute to taste. Venye unasikia iko sawa au dilute venye unataka. So it's the same with the rum punch. So ukisikia sisiki alcohol, sawa, acha niwaambie ingredients zake. Tumesema iko na 5 ingredients. Iko na lime juice, iko na pineapple juice, iko na orange juice, iko na white rum, na iko na dark rum. Ndio? So weka hizo vitu zote venye wewe unasikia kubamba.
Itakuwa perfect for you.
Yeah. And don't keep it too long in the fridge because the lime ina getting to act with the sugars in the rum na inaweza haribika. Inaharibikanga haraka sana. Yeah, so rum punch is, tumewapatia recipe, 5 ingredients, put them to your own tasting. Sawa.
You feel better like
venye wewe unasikia ukitaka.
That's all.
Kama utaki pineapple mingi, weka pineapple kidogo.
So when you're talking about this rum-based cocktail, because we get to talk about the Long Island, try to include hapo kwa rum, because at the end of the day iko na rum kama base spirit.
Hatuwezi kwa sababu what do we top up Long Island with?
Coke.
Coke is not a juice.
No, I'm talking about okay, nyinyi mtatuambia tu hapo kwa comment section if you get to include rum kwa every spirit that is included, that is gin, vodka, tequila, rum, right?
Whiskey.
No, it doesn't have whiskey. It has
You're talking of Long Island.
The Long Island.
I thought you're talking about the
and the adios.
The
Adios motherfucker. When you're talking about the adios motherfucker, you get to use rum, you get to use tequila, you get to use gin, vodka. Instead of using the triple sec,
you use what?
We get to use the
blue curacao,
right? When you get to use the blue curacao, at the end of the day, this drink iko na rum as a base spirit. This is an argument you're getting to get to involve every professional bartender out there, or any bartender who is trying to get to learn these things. You get to tell us if adios motherfucker and the Long Island iced tea, whether they are rum based, because at the end of the day mimi by the way ukiniuliza gin based cocktail nikikwambia Long Island huwezi niambia anything, because at the end of the day kuna gin is base
not
spirit.
Even the gin is the rum.
If you get to ask me about the rum based cocktail,
utapena adios motherfucker
takupea Long Island. But then at the end of the day you're not that perfect. So you get to tell us kama these things like the adios motherfucker and the
Long Island
the Long Island iced tea kama
they are rum based.
They are rum based, because at the end of the day ziko na rum kama base spirit. If you know of any other rum based cocktail, you get to add it hapo kwa comment section and we'll get to reply with the perfect recipe for that cocktail. As long as iko classic, tutaikomment hapo according to the IBA, that is International Bartenders Association recipes.
So let's talk about food pairing
this rum
with the things that are supposed to be paired with. Sababu we are in the hospitality industry and we do not just drink, we also eat.
We get to make sure that whatever it is that you're eating has to be very, very, what do you call it? Covalent, what? Like they get together, zina match, they get to marry each other,
bonding
in a perfect way. That is it, right? So you get to make sure if you're eating certain type of food, you get to pair it
with the perfect drink,
which haitakuja kukurarukia ama itakuja kuleta shida when it comes to getting to pair your food with a certain drink.
So before we get to that, I would like us to ramtize, because these are rambillion.
I got to ramtize. What?
Yes.
Na sasa tunatumia rum ya kutoka kwa Patel,
yes.
Patero, Indiana.
You get to get this from India.
Come on.
It's an old monk. It's an old monk rum from India.
Yes. And then you get to know these things. These things kama umewatch zile movies za Kihindi, watu wanapigwa wana bounce. Action inakuja but they have got the Indian these people got the perfect love stories. Manze, you get to people doing everything for love.
Hey, Javan.
They are not simps. They got to fight for those things.
It's an old monk rum. It is an Indian rum. Salute Kase.
To Patel.
Anyways, so we're talking about food pairing of rum
and the food. Between rum and the food, right?
So if you know the Jack chicken, the Jack is the GERK chicken.
J or J?
It's G.
It's J.
It's J. The Jack. Joseph.
Papaya yes. Papito yes.
So the Jack chicken it is grilled chicken. Sana mtaipata in Jamaica. Yeah, they call them the Jack chicken.
The Jack
chicken.
Right.
So Jack chicken sana wase upenda kuikula na rum. That is a food in Jamaica. It is roasted. It goes very well with dark rum.
Okay.
Yes. And the chocolate desserts
and also the barbecue.
Barbecue sasa kuna toji barbecue ni nini?
Kuna watu wanajua barbecue. It doesn't matter ni which kind of a barbecue.
Bora ni nyama
nimepigwa barbecue. Imechomwa.
Yes, it goes very well with rum.
Most of your barbers they do like this nyama choma.
Yes.
The barbecue.
Usimwambie akunywe bia.
Mtishie rum. Amepiga nyama choma proper. Piga Captain Dark.
Piga Captain Dark.
Piga Bacardi Kata Negro. Yeah.
Itakuwa sawa. So
kama ni mpoa, you get to drink some light rum. You get to recommend some salads.
Yes.
Some sushi.
Yeah. Sushi goes very well with dark rum as well. Do they use light soy sauce?
Yeah, they do use light soy sauce.
Yeah.
And you get to use some tropical. If he's got or she's got some tropical fruit cups.
Yeah.
But yeah, light rum
itakuwa fiti sana.
You're good to go. That's the most. That's how you pair your drinks with the rum with the
food that you're eating.
So for the light rum, you get to pair it with the salads.
Yeah.
You get to pair it with the what do you call it? The sushi.
Yes.
You know sushi.
Yes.
Go explain sushi.
Sushi ni nyama jaiva. Sushi ni nyama jaiva, and mostly it's seafood, samaki, and then they get to wrap it. Mostly they get to wrap it with rice. Yes. So ukishika na hizo tong zako, dip it in light soy sauce. Kama mnajua light soy sauce ni nini? Light soy sauce ni mnaona hapa. And then you dip it together using the chopsticks. Unarusha kwa mdomo. It's very delicious, but sipendi.
Vitu hazijaiva. Ikuwa poa, ikuwe nini kama hajaiva.
Hatukuli.
She is in my tie.
Ataki.
Lazima akuwa ameiva. If unakuja kwa DMs na hujaiva. I'm sorry.
Ama naitwa Ivy
lazima akuwa ameiva. There's no way you're going opposite to whatever it is that you call yourself. Na hujaiva.
Anyways, so that's how we pair the rum with the food. And I think this is the next thing that we're going to give them. In conclusion, how we're going to wrap this up.
So before you go to the conclusion part, you get a brief information of whatever it is that we've learned to get today. We've got to learn about the introduction of rum and the history behind rum. We've got to learn about the definition of rum. So Papa Shepherd, tell us
the brief
history about the rum, and I'll give you the definition of rum, and Papa Shepherd will give you the, what do you call it, the
overview
of the whatever it is that we learned today. We're good to go.
All right, so we've gotten to say the recap is all about,
we've got to get to know about whatever it is that we learned today in today's episode. Where you get to know about the definition of rum. We got to know about the production process. You get to know the different types of rum and different ways of serving this rum.
And we've said you can serve them either in a long drink.
Yeah.
You can serve them on rocks.
Yeah.
You can serve them neat or in a shooter.
Okay.
You can serve them as cocktails. And we've given you the highlights of the cocktails that we have.
So we're going to talk about the cocktail that is it that we have talked about is a way of serving this rum as a cocktail. That is Mai Tai. All right.
We have Mojito.
We
have the
Daiquiri. Dakari.
Dakari.
That is it. And then you got to know about the Mai Tai.
The Mai Tai.
got to know about the rum punch
The rum punch.
and pina colada. Those are the different ways of serving rum as a cocktail.
And they can also give us the other rum-based cocktails. Just zieke tu.
So
Appreciate on the comment.
this is just a recap of whatever it is that we have covered in today's episode.
Yeah.
And if you say that a rum is a distilled, fermented sugarcane juice, it's just the byproduct of sugarcane.
Zikisha fermentiwa and they
You
get to be distilled.
Rum.
Yeah.
As long as you keep it sugarcane based,
It's a rum.
it's a rum.
So what are we covering on next time?
The next time we're going to talk about whiskey.
Whiskeys?
Of which whiskey is very much
Wide. Ni kubwa sana.
Ni kubwa sana. So the first, we're going to split
Into three.
The whiskey part, we're going to split it into three. That's the blended. We're going to talk about the single malts, and we're going to talk about the American.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the Tennessee. We're going to talk the Japanese and
Whiskeys.
any other kind of whiskey.
Yeah. So make sure that you're tuned.
You're subscribing.
Yeah. And
You ready for the next episode. You're going to be the best hospitality personnel
yes.
in this country.
Exactly.
And even
Outside country.
out there.
Yeah.
So better be ready, because we're going to feed you with whatever it is that you need to be the best hospitality personnel in this country and the outside country. So you better be ready to get to learn these things.
So salud.
Be it you are a waitress, you are a bartender, you are a mixologist, and you are a food and beverage supervisor. You got to get to know these things better. Awesome.
So
see you
on next episode. Salud.
Adios.
Adios. Muchachos.